lost one. One pole was lost in the making.
So this week's Ezra video is just the 2 schooling sessions that I did with him this week. So at the moment, he will be 4 in 1 month. So I'm only taking him in the school to do written schooling twice a week. And usually I like to do 1 session on my own, usually with poles. And then the next session will either be a lesson or it will just be me with a stronger focus on just doing flat work. But I like to use the poles to kind of, well, for many reasons, keep him interested, keep me interested. It's great for his core, it's great for his coordination. And then obviously the other session is just more of a focus on like working in the correct frame and like working on some like bad habits that we both have. So yeah, I hope you enjoy today's video. So the first few clips you'll see it's just me in there doing pole work and a bit of flat work. And then the day 2 is our lesson. This is our second dressage lesson that we've had. So yeah, I'm really enjoying them. I think I'm probably going to have a few weeks break now from lessons and just focus on a few bits of homework that I've been given. So yeah, I just thought this was a realistic version of what I'm doing with a 3 rising 4-year-old. He, just for more context of what type of work he's in, like I said, I school him twice a week in the school. He then goes on a trail ride once a week if the weather permitting, which it has been recently. And then we do 1 session on the lunge in his side reins. The side reins are not done up tightly, they are done quite loosely. It's just to encourage him into the correct frame. And I think I will probably do like a lunging, more like educational lunging video at some point. And then the other 3 days is kind of dependent on his mood. Sometimes we just hand graze, sometimes I'll do in-hand poles, or sometimes I'll take him on a trail ride in hand. And there's like obstacles around the farm that we can like go over, like big steps and logs and things like that. So yeah, it's kind of, we always play the in-hand sessions by ear, but I have much more of an action plan for the schooling sessions and the lunge session. And then the trail ride is obviously all just about him enjoying nature and the mountains and seeing lots of different things, and a lot of coordination as well. So thank you for watching and I hope you enjoy. Before this starts, I do want to apologise. The really annoying clicking sound is my zipper hitting on my microphone. I have now realised this is a problem and will change where I put my microphone for videos going forward.
Mr. Ezra. Up, up. Oh, good boy. Good job, bud. Can you clear it? See, this is his idea of fun, just walking around, climbing over poles. The rest of it, he's like, nah. Can you clear it, Mr. Ezra? No.
Nope, absolutely not.
He's meant to stretch, but then he falls over. So I have to like manage him. Good boy, stretching, good boy. Good boy, stretching, good boy. Good boy, stretching. I'm also got very short arms, so when he does stretch, I go with him. Up. Good boy. Good boy. Good stretchies. Good job. Don't fall over though. We're not about the falling over life. That's your own poop, so we don't need to snip it. Oh, good boy. Boy. stretch a bit on the other rein, then we'll trot over your poles and we'll do your canter. Good boy. That was embarrassing. It's in the name. You trot them. I'm going to keep my leg on. Good boy. You can have a break. Good boy. Good boy. Up, up. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good job. Come on, big guy. Good boy. Keep going, come around again. This way. I think he favours this way. Feels stronger. Oh, good boy. Really good boy. Have a rest. So hopefully we're in view. So we're just doing Ezra's post flat work stretches, aren't we, baby? So we go around here. Good boy. He hasn't quite got the hang of it yet. Yeah, so we're gonna, good boy. There we go. Very nice. At this point in like training, I would have wanted to have got a physio, and I would have wanted to get one even post the racing, but being as remote as we are in the mountains, there is no such thing as an equine physio. So we're having to make do and mend, aren't we, Mr. Ezra? But he's doing really good with his stretches. Good boy. Because when I first got him, he was still really tight, especially across the back, and a lot of tension like up in his pole. So I've just been doing little bits that I remember from having physios for horses. Good boy. I know I've got more treaties for you to try and make do until we're back in civilization and we can get you a physio. And then whilst he's relaxed, I just usually kind of like play around in his pole area to see if he's got any knots. And he's usually more knotty on this side, I'd say. Yes, I know, mints are yummy. I know that. No nipping. Good boy. Oh yeah, we've got a knot there. There we go, baby. Get that out. Get that out of you. And I need you to walk forward because I'm going to stretch out back legs. But yeah, I think at this age and at any age for a horse, I think it's so important that like pre and post ride is like as enjoyable for them as the ride itself. He has a massive drink after he's had peppermints. Because I don't want him to be anxious about any part of the riding or exercising process. So I really do try my best to make it all as like enjoyable as possible. I think I've said on other videos, every training session can't be the most fun, but I do try where I can, especially at this age. Like, it's not about taking it seriously, it's about him really looking forward to being ridden and like working and looking forward to a new exercise. So for example, today he didn't get the correct leg, which we've really been struggling on the right lead, which I have been told is a bit of a racehorse thing. And I know, to be honest, I think it's me, because on the lunge, like on free lunge and everything, he picks it up every time. So I think it's just getting used to my balance. And I'm also aware my riding is not as good as it was 2 years ago after quite a long break. So I didn't drill him about that. We tried to pick it up twice in the big arena, then I tried in the round pen, and he did get it for one stride and then broke, but I wasn't gonna like grill him about it, because again, he's 3, he is nearly 4, he's 4 in like a month, but he's 3, and it's not about, you know, hammering in discipline to him right now. I want him to enjoy it. So whenever, like for example, he loves, I feel like I'm waffling, he loves pole work. Like I say love, he prefers pole work to anything else in the arena. And so when I can see he's getting bored or tired or frustrated, I go straight to the poles, because I'm like, okay, let's do something fun. But yeah, that's a bit of waffle about how I keep things fun for him. So this is the next day and my microphone had run out of battery, so I am going to have to do a voiceover, but I'll also leave you with some just nice background music too. So this is the second ever dressage lesson that I've had with him. I did film the first one, but the camera quality was really bad. I filmed it on my old camera and you can barely see a thing. But it was pretty much what we're doing in this session today, just a little less because it was 3 weeks ago, so he wasn't as fit. The main things we're working on is he head tilts slightly, which is very common for ex-racehorses. So we're working on correcting his head tilt, and also as we're teaching him to come into a more dressage frame, he has started to overbend and go like beyond the vertical, which we also don't want. So we're trying to keep his nose just slightly out and stop him from head tilting. So I will talk through little bits of the video, but I'll also just leave you to watch it. So hopefully in some of this footage you'll be able to see what I mean about him overbending and also head tilting. For the overbending, like really what I'm working on doing is just pushing him forward out of that. I kind of will lift my hands, both hands, a little bit higher just to stop him from curling in so much, and use my leg to push him on. And then with the head tilting, I'm just lifting the opposite rein to the way he's tilting his head, just to kind of counteract the head tilt, and it's working quite effectively, I found, for now. And then obviously just going straight back to soft hands when he's moving correctly. But I'm really proud of him, considering we've been dressage schooling now for 3 weeks and only doing 2 sessions a week. We don't come in the school any more often than that at the moment. And the progress he's been making is fantastic. And then to prepare his body for the canter work, we just pop him on this smaller circle, just using the poles and jumps as a bit of a guide, and to just get him bending a little bit more through his body to help him then pick up the correct lead. And again, just like working on the head tilting and the beyond the vertical stuff. I mean, really that's all we're working on right now. But he's such a trier. I love watching him try. And although his movement doesn't look that flashy now, like he does feel kind of special when I'm on him. And I'm kind of expecting big things from him. Obviously, very early days right now.
So once we've done a bit more work on the smaller circle, we then move to the canter work. So this left lead canter, he's like really easily picking this up, and so we do this in the bigger arena, just gives him more room to kind of move and for us to push him on. I'm really pleased with the way he's cantering on the left lead. His canter is honestly as smooth as butter, and if that's how he feels as a 3-year-old, I can't wait to feel what he's going to be like at sort of 7 or 8 years old. And then the right lead canter, we take him into the round pen to do this because he really struggles, like borderline just can't pick it up in the big arena. But obviously when we're lunging him, he always gets it. So we figured let's put him in the round pen where his body is just naturally on a curve. He also, I think because he finds this way harder, can get a little lazy. So my instructor kind of went behind us with the lunge line just to give him some encouragement to go forward. He is not fazed by the lunge line whatsoever, so please don't think we're doing this as a cruelty measure. It is literally just some encouragement from the ground, the way I would encourage him if I was just free lunging him or had him working on the side reins. I also really want to cut some of this footage out, but I'm not going to. It looks really messy. It highlights some issues with my riding, but I want to keep this in, one, so I can go back and look back on it one day when we're a lot better, and two, because I do want to show that sometimes riding is just really messy, and to get it done you kind of just have to get a bit scrappy. You will see that we eventually get our correct leg. I think it's coming up now. No, not quite. And then once we get our correct leg, we completely leave him alone and just let him kind of feel how it's meant to feel. And then you'll see here we finally get the correct canter lead, and so I just try and have very soft hands, sit quietly and keep my leg on so that he can kind of chug away nicely in his correct canter lead. And he felt amazing and I was just so proud of him. And as soon as we had done a few laps of this, we called it a day because really that's all we could have asked for from him. And obviously I had to clip a lot of my lesson out, but the whole lesson was 35 minutes. We currently don't work him any more than this because we're just looking for quality of work rather than quantity of work. And just again for reference, because I know a lot of people out there are very against like lunge whips and things like that, he has never touched with the lunge whip, not once. I would not comfortably ride a horse that was being smacked with a lunge whip. It is purely there for encouragement, and I have done a lot of desensitization work with the whip, so he is not scared of it. It is literally just to mimic how I would be on the ground when I'm asking him to go forward as just an additional aid. So I just want to make that point very clear, but hopefully you can see he's tired, but this horse is not stressed, and I was just so proud of him for his lesson. He was absolutely amazing, so he had a lot of peppermints after this.